Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Music Theory Monday. And today is Mixing in Key Part 2, where we're actually going to mix in key now. But you need to prep your tracks too. So, I mean, this is going to create a little war in the comments, maybe. Maybe everyone grew up, who knows? But Tractor has a gauge right here of the tick marks. So if you're on, you're fucking lined up on the grid, you're not going to have any orange space up there. So I could literally listen to the music, line it up, or I could listen to the music, look at the grid, and line it up. But just because the grid is lined up doesn't mean it is in sync. They're not together, they're not in time. So if you are going to use the sync button, which I do, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, the way I think of it is this: when you're playing to an audience, they want to dance. They don't care how it's mixed or whatnot. As long as you're playing good music, it mixes together. There's no quiet spots, and they can dance. That's all they fucking care. They don't care if you're listening and beat matching. They don't care if you're fucking looking at the grid line right here and beat matching. They don't even care if you're pressing the sync button and mixing. They don't care about that. So get off your high horses. It doesn't matter how you mix or whatnot. As long as the crowd is happy, it's all that matters. Plain and simple. Unless you're in a DJ competition. Completely different story. Completely different story. This is playing music to a crowd so they could dance and have fun at a club. That is all you have to do. So if you want to hate on sync, whatever, when people, I know the DJs when they're listening and you see them up there spinning the wheel and then they hit the cue again because they either didn't line up or they missed their cue point one, and then they're sitting there lining it up again, and then they drop the track because they have to, and this is the point where they wanted to mix it in, and it's off, and they're live doing that. I don't care. If you would have just pressed sync and made the transition, it would have been great. No one would have heard you offbeat match. It is what it is. The point is to, again, please the crowd, and they don't give a fuck what you do or how you do it. So if you're going to use the sync button, though, it's not going to, or if you just watch the grids up here, it's not going to get it in time, is what I basically just said. Long story short, that's what it is. So how do you fix that? Well, besides syncing and then correcting it live time, which, again, sometimes I do, because I'm listening to the headphones, I'm like, oh yeah, that sync didn't line up. Let me correct it real quick. Maybe one more back. And, tracks like this, you want to keep on. So that's mixing in key. Let's zoom out and demo these tracks together. Now, I'm not sure if it's recording the audio, but hopefully it is for you guys. So you can see the transition was good. It was lined up. I wanted to fade out on the roll easies. I could have, when the orchestra hits came in, I could have been already all the way faded over, so you didn't hear them faintly in the background. Or I could have left it higher volume. But again, there's a million ways to mix and techniques and how you want to mix the levels. And I could have had some effects up here to be mixing with. And there's millions of ways to do transitions, and none of them are fairly that hard. It's just knowing when to do the right ones at the right time. And for some reason, that pisses people off when people make it look easy, because guess what? It is easy. Or when you know your controller, when you know the program, or if the programs that you mix with are built into the CDJs and whatnot, as long as you know how they work, it's going to be easy. It's about choosing the songs, putting them in the right order, making sure they sound good together, and having the dance floor dance. There's nothing in there that says the dance floor will dance if you do mixing on vinyl with nothing besides just flipping, your vinyls and be matching them and scratching them that way. Whether you're using Pioneers, whether you're using a tractor controller, whether you're using a drum pad like Skrillex was using with Ableton, playing it live, whatever. It honestly does not matter. It just doesn't matter. I don't even want to explain why. It just doesn't matter. Do what you want to do and do it to the best you can. And again, if from A to B it sounds great, that's all you need to do. Don't overcomplicate these things. And definitely don't let the haters start molding you to do certain things because they hate on it. Do what you want to do and just do it to the best you can. Again, Skrillex was in Ableton with the drum pad and a couple of effects mapped up to the things. He got from 0 to 100 doing it. People don't care. As long as they're able to be in the crowd and dance to you playing your music and all the music you like, hey, it's a win-win for everybody. So don't overcomplicate these things. As long as you're mixing in key, you're again ahead of the. So I hope this has helped you out and just kind of be more aware of the music theory that goes into mixing. Yes, there's music theory that goes into the songs, but if you got to know the scales and the notes and how the songs work, because then if you mix them together, it's gonna be that much better. And sometimes when you get two songs in key and they play off each other real good, it's like a crazy remix on the fly when you're just mashing up two songs. So I hope this has helped you guys out. Thanks for watching. Peace.